Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Okay, so I got some manga recommendations for you guys today. These are gonna be some chill, cozy ones, type where you could just like turn your brain off, after a long day of school or work. I also have more manga recommendations coming up, so make sure you guys check them out whenever they do come out. I have some of them planned after this video as well. Okay, so we're gonna get into our first recommendation, and that is Nicola traveling around the demon's world. So this manga is exactly as the title implies. We have this little girl named Nicola who like stumbles upon this demon world, and she meets a traveler slash wanderer named Simon. Now both of them form this like companionship, and they just, as the title implies, travel around, and we see their little shenanigans. This manga overall is very cute and lighthearted. Also, the art reminds me of Over the Garden Wall. Oh my god, my voice is like breaking off. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little sick. But yeah, the art reminds me of Over the Garden Wall. If Over the Garden Wall had like a lighter tone, because if anybody has seen that show, you guys know that it can get like kind of scary and dark at times. But Nicola traveling around the demon's world is very whimsical, not only in story but also the art, as you guys can see. So yeah, I recommend this if you happen to see it at your local library, or you want to buy some cozy reads one day when you're out manga shopping. I recommend this one. Next up, we have Beyond the Clouds, the girl who fell from the sky. Alright, so in this mangaka, I have a weird feeling with this manga because I feel like a lot of things happen, but at the same time, not a lot of things happen. I don't know if anybody else feels that, like if you guys read this before. But anyways, this manga is about this boy named Theo who, like, when he was a little kid, he loved reading books. He just loves reading big grand adventure and like fantasy that these books bring to life once you're reading, which honestly is very relatable to anybody who is a reader in general, or anybody who is a fan of storytelling in general. But Theo plans on, as when he gets older, to go on these grand adventures, but as time passes he realizes that nothing in his life has changed. He's still working every single day. He's a craftsman, and he's never even seen the stars because the factory where he works, I think it's the factory, right? Yeah, where he works at, like, throws out so much smoke that it just covers the sky. But his life changes one day when he meets this girl. I can't remember her name actually. I think her name is Mia. But one day he stumbles upon this girl, and she happened to have wings. Well, only one wing, and upon seeing that she loses one of her wings, she breaks down. She is in so much distraught, and Theo feels bad for her, and he tells her, you know what, like, I'll make you a new wing. But that really is like the starting point of the adventures that he is soon gonna go out to seek with this girl, or because of this girl. And they meet friends, they meet a couple of scary things along the way. But overall, I would say the story is very cute. The art is very cute as well. Like, if you look at these covers, I mean, come on. Okay, next up I have Cheese Sweet Home. So this one, honestly, I feel like this was like kind of like the original, like the man and his cat type, like, a story. There's a lot of those type of stories, but this was personally the first one I read, and this manga volume is actually one of the very first manga like I think I ever picked up. If you see, this manga is and it's like left to right instead of right to left. I think they did that so like readers overseas could have a easier time reading it, or like for, I think it's like mainly aimed for kids or anything like that, but I still think it's a very cute manga. Okay, sorry guys, there's an airplane passing by. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Okay, so so overall the plot of this is kind of just about this family who ends up taking Chi in, and it's just following her little shenanigans. Like, there's a little chapter where I think they've been giving her like wet food, and they're trying to get her to like start eating dry food, and she ends up liking it. And then she sees like the dad is drinking something from a cup or a mug, and she's like, oh, what is that? And she goes in and tries it. She's like, oh, like, no, this is not for me. The guy was drinking coffee, by the way. There isn't a lot of inner monologue from the cat though. There are some monologues from her, but it's not a lot. You mainly see the thoughts, or you see the conversations that the humans have and the interactions with the cat. But yeah, it's a cute story overall, and this airplane is coming back. Oh my god. I would say it's a little bit more like for little kids, but I still think it's very enjoyable overall. Next up, we have Yotsuba. Honestly, I feel like this one isn't really a surprise, so I'm not gonna get too much into it. But if you guys haven't read Yotsuba, it's basically about this little girl named Yotsuba, and we follow her little shenanigans. with either her dad, her neighbors, friends. It's kind of funny too because whenever I'm reading yotsuba, it kind of reminds me of the interactions I'm having with my little niece or my little nephew. Yotsuba is just like she's so cute and funny. Like for example, there's this really funny chapter. Well, I don't think it was meant to be that funny, but I just started laughing out loud because, like I said, it just reminds me of interactions I have with my little niece and nephew. But Yotsuba and her dad end up going up the stairs to like a shrine or like a temple. And then it like quickly turns into like a race of who could like reach the top of the staircase. And it's just so funny. I think the dad is the one who wins. And then he's like, "Oh, like I won or whatever." But yeah, it's really funny. And also Yotsuba, I think along with Chi, I actually don't know how many volumes Chi's Sweet Home is, but they're more on the, I'm pretty sure they have more than like 5 volumes. Yotsuba for sure, it's like 15 volumes in, it might be more. But Nicola and Beyond the Clouds, they're like within the 4 to 5 volume mark, I would say. And that pretty much is the list for cozy manga reads, at least for right now. If you guys want to see more of more cozy recommendations, let me know. I'll make another one. I will be making another romance manga recommendations, also more of manga that has made me cry. And I think I'm gonna do the next one. I'm gonna do, I think it's gonna be like a thriller suspense one, because there's been a couple of manga I've been reading lately that I feel like people don't really talk about it, and I just want them to receive the love. I'm not a gatekeeper here, so yeah, I'm gonna be making those videos soon. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.